Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Beagles Games Guitars. Today's video, we're going to be playing the 1-5 player game, Apiary by Stonemaier Games. Alrighty everyone, I am all set up for a solo round of Apiary. So let me go over some of the basic Automa rules. They're going to follow a more simplified rule set than a player, but they're ultimately going to be out here blocking spaces and taking things away from you and then just arbitrarily scoring points. Now there is a mistake in the rule book that it says to start on the score point 0 space, but if you look, there is no 0 space. And from Stonemaier Games, Jamie Stegmaier himself, you'll just place it on the 1, and then you will be on the 2. They do not keep any queen's favor, and they do not place an ownership tile on the convert because they do a more simplified version of that action. So I'm going to start in reading order and just go left to right until we've covered all the actions. And actually, before I get to their actions, I'm going to go over the priority cards. So it's a two-sided Automa card, and on one side you'll have the color of the bee, the direction that you're going to move, and then the resource that they want to place. So as you can see, there are different ones, and there's different directions and different resources. So you'll reveal a card on their turn, and you're going to try and follow the action from top to bottom as best as you can. So this top row right here is basically looking for how many bees are left in the docking mat. So for this instance, if there's 0 or 1 left in the docking mat, then you're going to retrieve all the bees and then earn 2 points. So if I paired it with this card, there would be 0 or 1 gray bees on the docking mat. Right now, there are not 0 or 1, so then you would move on. So now the gray or yellow bee, in this case the gray, would carve at a strength of 2. So then you would actually use the directional arrow that's supplied on the other side of the card here and follow the direction of that arrow. And that'll make more sense in the explore action. The carve one is not very intuitive, so I'll try my best to go over it just as we encounter it. So if they don't have a strength 4 bee, then they're going to move on to the explore action. And then from there, it'll show you kind of like a simplified iconography version of that action. So I think now I can kind of go over all the actions. So I will do that in reading order, just from left to right. Starting with explore. So when it says explore here, you're going to look and see which way the arrow is going. And then the strength of the bee determines how far they're going to move. So let's do an example here. Gray bee up here, they'll bump any workers, including themselves, and the bee will try and follow the direction of this arrow as far as it can until it cannot, and then I believe it turns around and goes the other way. So you will move the queen bee ship as far as you can, so in this case 2, but you'll go to just the next explorable space. So they'll take this token, they'll place it on their mat, and then they'll reveal one of these tiles. And when they reveal a tile, if there's a blank spot for a resource, they'll prioritize this resource and place it on there. In the advanced section, they will place their bee, and then depending on the strength of the bee, they're going to either take the green tiles, the blue tiles, the red tiles, or a combination of the 3. And we'll go over that whenever I take that action with them. The grow, the convert, and the research all act the same, as in, depending on the strength of the bee, they're going to earn X amount of points. And if I remember right, 1B is 1 point, 2B is 3 points, a 3B is 3 points, and the 4B is 6. And if you're playing in expert mode, you'll add an additional point. So the grow, convert, research, real simple for the Automa. Don't have to do much upkeep on that one. The carve is a little strange, where you'll follow directionality, and it kind of follows this strange S pattern, but I'll try my best like I said. One thing that happens whenever the bee or the Automas hibernate is it'll go from a 4 and that they will not return their bee. They'll actually flip it over depending on the strength that you have chosen. So there's a little tile here. Let me try and get it to focus. It says 2 with the Automa icon, goes on the mat. So when they go from a 4 to a 1 to hibernate, they'll actually go, in this case, to a 2 and back onto their mat. Then they'll take one of their hibernation tokens and they'll evaluate the hibernation comb. So obviously they'll ignore the 3-player area, and then they'll look at the 2 that are left over and they'll prioritize whichever one will give them the most points. And then if there's a tie for both, then they're going to take the leftmost space, and this is considered the topmost leftmost space. So if there's a chance that they can take the big section for 7 points, they're going to, and then they're going to keep going to. So they're just trying to go for the most points over there. Other than that, you will continue to play this game as if you're playing a normal multiplayer game, with the exception that there's a couple of seed cards that are supposed to be removed from the game, but I think also you can just flip them over, and if it happens to be that specific number, you just draw another one. So I guess I'll do kind of a quick cleanup and then we'll get started with the playthrough. Alrighty, I am going to show you who I'm playing as. Seacrow, Kekrow, Cicero. So at the start of the game, build 2 face-up bees for free. Which one shall I choose? Ooh, the bee. The cartographer looks good, so I gain 1 additional resource when I explore. And placing this guy here earns me 1 Queen's Favor, because the Poppleton is going to give me Queen's Favors. And then when I build out here, I can build one of these lightning bolt red tiles to the right for free. Carve with a strength 3 worker would be nice. Plus 2 spaces is nice, but not necessarily like game breaking. But it is worth 2 points. I think they tend to take up carved tiles pretty fast. I might risk it just for point's sake. So let me take this one. So now I get another Queen's Favor. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and already shuffle through this right here. And they start first. Their card, 0 yellow bees. So there are not 0 yellow bees. So now they're going to do strength 4 bee. They do not have a strength 4, so they're just going to do grow. So they're going to take their bee, place it on grow. That is 2 points for them. So they gain 2 points. That is their turn. Super quick and simple turn. Okay, since I already have 2 bees, I don't have to worry. But I'm going to go ahead and lean into this explore right here and go out there and explore. So let me do my strength 2B. Seed cards are always nice, but I'm already starting to work on the Queen's Favor. So this will actually give me 2 Queen's Favors, which I'll place over here on my docking mat. That's already gotten me 2 points. So I'll flip this over. Curbita. So it's going to have, I think those are fibers, and then I can add whatever I want. Strength 4B there would gain 2 resources of your choice and 3. So I think on top of the fiber, let's add the water. I forgot to mention that my starting faction does not start with any resources, but since I just explored that one location, I do get a fiber and a water, and I get 1 additional resource, which up here looks like I'm good with the fiber and the water. I might start leaning towards converting here, so let me get some pollen, and then that'll be my turn. I'm going to flip the next Automa card. So gray bees, 0 or 1 gray bees, no. Level 4 bees, no. So now they're going to research with their highest level bee. That's a 2. So they'll gain 2 more points, and then that is it. It only took 20 seconds to do 1 Automa turn. So now that I already have a fiber and a water, I'll go up here and advance. So that'll make it a 3, so I can buy anywhere over here. I do have a fiber and a water, which would be nice to have. So this specific tile here, anytime I were to retrieve my bees and send them to work, that'll give me 3 Queen's Favors. And I place it on a spot that would give me a Queen's Favor. Now I'll go ahead and cycle these down, and then that was my turn. Let's see what they have in store for us. Yellow bees, 0 or 1. So there are just 0 or 1 bees left. So they'll retrieve all of the yellow bees, which is only 1. Anytime you retrieve, you'll age them. So they're going to go to a 3, and then they will gain 2 points. I have 1 more bee left, and it's only a level 1. And I kind of feel like just leaning into this. So I'm going to go up here and explore. So I can explore a total of 3. Can add 2 more spaces if I need to. So 1, 2, and 3 is all I want. That'll get me a queen's favor. So we go up to there. And now I'm going to explore this. Sapien? Like Homo sapien? And now I'll get 1 additional resource in addition to a resource that I place out there. So let me go ahead and just get a pollen and a fiber. And the resource I would like to place out there on that planet will be fiber. Let's see. Gray bees, 0 or 1 gray bees, no. Level 4 bee, no. So they're going to explore the highest value. So they are bumping me. And let me see if I want to age them or not. Yeah, let's go ahead. So I'll age them and return them back. So now they're going to follow the pattern, which starts going this way and comes down. So they're going to follow and then come down. And that's the next explorable area. They do not collect seed cards, but they do store those exploration tiles. I'm going to flip around Orally. And now the resource that they prioritize placing on there is pollen. So now that I got bumped, I do have 1 bee. Now let's see if it's time to go over there or not. Let's go ahead. So 3. So I could, for 1 pollen, get a bee. And I'll place them in my worker pool. And then for 2 resources of my choice, I can get one of these additional tile areas. So I'll just place it right here. And I think that's all I can do for this turn. Card time, 0 or 1 gray bees. Yes. So they're going to return their bees. So a 2 to a 3. Always knock over those tokens. A 2 to a 3. And they gain 2 points. I have this level 1 bee that I bought. So now that makes a 2. I'll go ahead and go here just to get the 2 pollen. I also get another resource of my choice. So let me go ahead and just grab water just in case something happens. So Cariopa, which is going to give me another water. And then I get to choose a resource to place out there. And it probably looks like I should do fiber. So let me place a fiber out there. Not too bad, not too bad. They have all their bees on their docking mat here. 0 yellow bees, nope. So they can't carve, so they're gonna go to grow. So they're gonna place their bee at grow. That's gonna bump my 3 to a 4. I'll choose to do that. And for 3, they get 3 points. Now they're at 12 and I'm sitting at 2 points. Oh, they're 10 points ahead. One thing to note is that the Automa scores a lot during the game, but not so much after, unless you're just really bad and don't stop them. So now I have a level 4 here. Level 4. Okay, so I'll teach a dance here. So when you teach a dance, you get to place a cube out here, and you do it first. So I could start spending my queen's favor. That would be nice, because then I could, that's another way of getting honey. So I could. So now I have up to 4 points to spend. So I could spend 2 of my queen's favor to get a honey. And now I could spend 2 more of my queen's favor to get another honey. So that was 2 of my actions. So a pollen and a fiber would probably get me, am I grabbing the wrong stuff? Yes, I am. This is supposed to be this piece. There we go. So a pollen and a fiber for a wax. And then now I don't have enough to do anything else, so I think that's it. I'm choosing not to. Yeah, why not? We'll go ahead and change a water for a fiber. There, that was that turn. All right, Grabies, 0-1 Grabies. Nope, no carve, so they're gonna go to convert. So they have a level 3. Oh, they're bumping me. So I am hibernating. So then I get to place one of my tokens here. I already have, dang, they would do that to me. I'll take a seed card, why not? So now they are at level 3, so then they get 3 points. The seed card that I got is pay a pollen to gain 1 worker. Okay. And then if I planted this seed, 7 points if I have at least 7 or lower on the queen's rank track. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pay to get that worker back. And I'll discard that. So now that I got this level 1 worker bee back, I'll go ahead and go here, bumping myself down for 3, and it's going to cost me 1 fiber and 1 water, which I have here, to place that there, which will actually give me my first point that I've scored this game. I'll go ahead and shuffle those down for the Automa. 0 yellow bees. Nope. So now they're going to do a carve, but they don't have a level 4, so they're going to convert. So they'll go down here, and they're going to bump themselves, make that 3 a 4, and that's a level 2 bee, so that's 2 points for them. All my bees are out there, so I pretty much have no choice but to return them. So a 2 turns to a 3, and I'm going to tap that one, which will give me a water and 1 queen's favor. Now I'll return this 1 for a 2, tapping this one to give me 3 queen's favors. And both these ones will turn to a 2, and I don't have any more farms, that's what they're called, to work on for my bees. So that was that one. 0 or 1 gray bees. No, so they will carve this time. So they're gonna go down here to the carve action. And if I remember right, they're going to start down here at the bottom, and they're only carving a strength of 1. So they're essentially taking this tile. So I'll go ahead and keep their tiles that they're going to earn right here, because they're worth certain points at the end of the game. So that just got them 7 points. So it'll probably be nice to go ahead and get more resources. Go up here, strength of 3. 1, 2, and 3. I can actually add more, but I'm not going to. So that's 2 resin. Fiber. I'm going to place out here. I get 1 additional resource of my choice. And then let me flip this over. It's going to be Zingy, which will give me a pollen. Whoa, queen bee. Plus 1 other resource that I choose. And I'm going to choose a water because I am actually now full of resources. They're going to flip. And it's gray bees. 0 or 1 gray bees. No, they do not have a strength 4B, so they're going to advance. This is the first time they're advancing. A strength B, 3B will give them a farm, and then I forgot this one, but the red tiles. So there is that. They don't earn any points for that. I don't know why I took the ones off of the top stack. They're supposed to take from the level 2 here, so they'll shuffle through the deck. And we'll slide those down. I'm going to place my bee out here and advance with them. And I think I'm going to take this one for 2 fiber and 1 water, which will give me a point for placing it out here on my board. So there's the 2 and the 1 water. My goodness. Stone hands. Shuffle this down for the Automa. And that was it. Quick and simple turn. Let's flip this. 0. Yellow bees. There are 0 yellow bees, so they're going to return a 2 to a 3, and then a 3 to a 4, and earn 2 points. Little strategy here, but seed cards tend to really go a long way. So let me go here, and I'm going to draw 2 with my strength 2B. So 2 per wax or 3 points straight up. So we'll keep those off to the side to where I can think about those later. And at the start of the game, you can only plant 2, but for each frame, that's what these are called, that you unlock, you get 1 more slot. So I can actually plant 3 seed cards right now. Yellow bees, 0 yellow bees, no carving. So they're gonna go to advance with their strength 4 worker. So that'll bump them and making that 3 a 4. And they went there as a strength 4, so they're gonna take 1 of each. That was a 3, 4, 5, that was a 6-point swing for them right there. Where they get most of the points is in the tiles, especially the carved tiles. They kill it right there. Turn. I'm gonna go out here and explore. So that'll be a strength of 5, but I'm just going here straight up for the seed cards. So that'll give me 2 more seed cards. And I also get to choose a resource of my choice when I explore. Let me flip this over. That is Nolia. And I get to choose the resource to go in there, which I'll go ahead and do this fiber. And then let me debate about these seed cards here. So in game 3 points per carved tile, and then 7 if I have no frames. So obviously I don't want to do that one because I already have a frame. So I'll think more on those cards. 0 or 1 gray bees. No, they do have a strength 4, so they're going to carve. They're going to bump their own strength 4B, which turns into a 2, and they hibernate. So they're going to try and win this bigger hibernation area. So now back to here, they're starting on the bottom left, and they're going to carve 1. So now they'll grab this one, and they'll take that. And that was their turn. I hope I'm doing the carve action right. If not, they're at least just taking random ones from me, because I really don't have a plan on taking those right now. It's time to return some bees home. So this 2 turns to a 3. He'll activate this farm, which will give me a water and a queen's favor. This 2 turns to a 3, which will activate, we'll say that one for 3 queen's favor. This 3 for a 4, and I'll activate that one for 2 points. And now I don't have any more farms to activate, so that 2 just turns to a 3. Says if there's 1 card left in their deck, then you're going to actually reshuffle them and then draw. So let me go ahead and reshuffle these. So I guess they keep that 1 card a mystery. So give that a good little riffle deck shuffle there. Now 0 or 1 gray bees. No strength 4, so they're going to advance. So now they put a 2 out, so they're going to take a green tile. And then they're going to take a B tile. Not from the top. Got to catch myself doing that. So now I'm going to go explore again just to get more of these explore tokens. And points seem good right now because I have a good amount of resources. So I'll go here for just straight up 2 points. A resource of my choice. I'll just take a water. Now I'm going to flip this over, and Malva, which has no resources printed on it. So now I get to choose. And I am actually going to place water out there. And here is a rule to where if you do not have room for a resource at the end of your turn, you'll return it back to the supply for 1 queen's favor per resource. So that gave me a queen's favor. Let's see what they're going to do. Thankfully they don't have any level 4 bees. 0 yellow bees. So no level 4 bees. So they're going to go to convert. So a strength 3B gives them 3 points. I'm going to try and just keep pushing my luck here. I'm going to explore a little more. So 1. That gives me 1 point for that tile there. I get a resource of my choice, so I'll actually take a water. Did I have that there last time? I probably shouldn't have. Oh, I intentionally chose it. You can intentionally choose which resource you earn to where you can return it for a queen's favor. So now Parale is going to earn me a fiber. And then I'm going to choose a fiber as the next resource to earn. So now I don't have room for these two, so I'll return those for 2 favors. Let's see what they're doing. 0 or 1 gray bees, there is, so they're going to retrieve them. This 4 turns to a 2, and now they're going to take this hibernation spot. This 2 turns to a 3, and then they're going to earn 2 points. I think I've pushed my luck long enough, so I'll go here to advance. Now I would like to buy this for 1 wax, Cleansing Fight. So for each exploration tile that I surrender, I get 1 point each. So I'm going to pay a wax for that, which I happen to have right here. Now the question is, where do I want to place it? Let's do that. So now when I build here, I get to build another one of these for free. So let me go ahead and build this one. So that one lets me immediately place one of my hibernation tokens, which I'll place out here to earn that wax back. And then I'm actually going to cycle through the red tiles. So I'll just go ahead and just get rid of that last one. This one lets me surrender 1 for 1 point each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that just gave me 7 points, and I'll place them right there. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that narrowed the gap quite a bit. Let me go ahead and shuffle these out. Timber. Their next turn is going to take them. Yellow bees, 0 yellow bees. So they're actually going to return their yellow bees. 3 to a 4. And the 4 turns to a 2, and they're going to hibernate. And they have taken this comb, so they get 7 points at the end of the game for that. And then 2 points for retrieving their workers. Darn, they stole it. Let's go ahead and buy things just to buy things. So level 4 worker out here. So I'll gain 3 points for placing him out there. I'm going to buy this one for 1 resin and 2 water. So we'll place those there. This will earn me a seed card. This seed card, I can pay a pollen to gain a worker, or at the end game, 1 point per farm. So I could get 4 points for him. What do these guys have in store for me? It's going to be a yellow bee. Dang. So there aren't 0 workers. They're going to carve. Ah, that was a 3, not a 4. They're going to carve. And I think they're going to start here at a strength of 3. 1, 2, 3. That was actually a tile I wanted to take. So that's going to change my strategy a little bit. Bold strategy, Cotton, didn't pay off. It's time to return my bees home. So I really want to fill these out. So let me focus on getting as much as I can. So a 3 will turn to a 4. That'll give me 2 points in a queen's favor. This 3 will turn to a 4. Will give me a water in a queen's favor. This 3 turns to a 4. You see where this is going? And that'll give me 3 queen favors. And then the last 4 is actually going to hibernate. And then let me place him right here for another queen's favor. And then I can cycle out the farms, which I never recycled from the last time I bought it. Oh, that's a good one for me. They don't have 1 or 0 gray bees. They don't have a 4, so they're going to research. So they'll go down here and earn 3 points. Ah, they're right at the 29, right at the turn. I'm honestly just going to make a mad dash on advance just to build stuff. So go out here, and I'm going to grab, here, we'll grab this one for a resin and a water, which will give me a seed card. Now 3 points because I used a level 4 worker. And let me shuffle this back up. Another mad dash out to advance because I'm getting a lot of points for doing it. So 3 points just for going there. And I have all these seed cards that I can discard to just earn a resource. So I'll use that as my fiber, and then I have a water in my supply, the place right out here. Because if I finish, I've already finished the Poppleton, so I get 8 points. But if I finish this frame, that gives me another 8 points. So that's what I'm really going for here. And then I get 3 points every time I put a level 4 out there. So that's 12 points inherently, plus 16. What do these boys have in store? 0 or 1 yellow bee? Yes. So they are going to return their 1 level 4, turn it to a 2, and they're going to place this one here. So at this point it doesn't matter because I won the majority of the small one and then the big one. So it's actually a tie. They'll go right here. And they don't take the bonus. I should have said that at the beginning. So there's one more space, and I'm hoping that's going to be mine. They also earn 2 points for doing that. Now I'm going to go ahead and go out here one last time with a level 4. So that will get me 3 points, and that's going to hibernate this bee to where he goes back here. And then now I will earn 1 hibernation bee right there for 2 points. And then I'm still going to build, so I can discard one of these cards to get a fiber. And then I'll get rid of one of my waters. So now I have that right there. And then that pretty much ended the game. Each player gets to play 1 additional turn in addition to the player who triggered the end game. So they get to go 1 more time, and so do I. 0 or 1 yellow bees? No. Level 4 bee? No. They're going to explore. They didn't explore very much this game. So now they're going to follow the S pattern starting this way, and they're only going to explore at a strength of 2. And now they're going to add a water to that planet. And then we'll do my final turn here. I'm going to just retrieve my workers, which they're going to hibernate, and I have no tokens to place them. So that pretty much just burns those bees. I have no bees in my pool. Now I'll proceed the final scoring. So for final scoring, there's this beautiful reference card in addition to the Automa player book. But for this case, I'm just going to use their docking mat because it also has all the scores right there too. So I'm going to, at the end game, I'll add points from filling my mat, hive, or frames. So I get 8 and 8, so that's 16 points for me. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Your built farms, bees, and end game. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 48, 10, 11, 12, 13. And now meeting my conditions of my built carve tiles, I did not purchase any of those. Conditions of my planted seeds, I did not. Position on the Queen's favor track, so that's 12 points right there. So 10, 11, 12. And then hibernation comb area majority. So I got 2 and 3, so that's 5. It's actually kind of a low score. I'm bummed. So I didn't earn anything for my, what do they call it? My faction ability. I never upgraded them. So now the Automa score, they're going to earn 1 point per green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to catch up real fast. They're going to earn 2 points per bee, 2, 4. They're going to earn 3 points per the yellow, so 3, 6, 9. So we'll go to the 53 and down 1. Then 7 for these, so that's 21. 10, 21. And now, let me double check anything else. Area majority is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I did that right, they actually won by 2 points. Not done yet. They will earn 3 points per explore token. So 1, 2, 3. So they won by 5 points. Darn, that was level 2. I've only played at level 2 because, as you can see, I usually lose. I've actually won a couple of times, but it's normally pretty close. So let me take you back down to me, and I'll go over my review of this game. Alrighty, so Apiary. My thoughts of this game. I actually really like this game. I'm going to say that about every game that I play, of course, but This is a good production, very good gameplay, and it has a lot of mechanics thrown together that actually kind of work. So you have tile placement, you have resource gathering, you also spend the resources to build the tiles, there's a little bit of exploration, and there's kind of a little tableau going on as well. And then in addition to that is the worker placement element. Things I've noticed playing solo that are different in the multiplayer game, the whole convert area right here just doesn't seem like a spot that you should take almost ever. I did it because I decided to sacrifice a little bit for honey. They ended up stealing a tile that I needed to score 4 points per honey, which I lost 8 points doing that essentially. But most of the time when I play solo, I never go to the convert area. It's almost a spot that I feel like when an expansion comes, they're gonna replace this area. Because whenever you set up this game, you just get 2 of these tiles, and once you teach a dance, that's the only dance that you can teach. And then the Automa doesn't even use the convert area, so it's almost pointless for you to teach a dance because you don't get any queen's favor for doing it. You just get an easier way of converting resources, which if you literally play your seed cards right, you'll be able to get wax that you need. Another thing that's very difficult about the solo game is the carved tiles, or what's the true term for them here? I don't know the true term for them here, but I feel like that the carved tiles, they eat them up super fast, and they're worth 7 points each. And it's already hard enough to get honey to be able to buy that. So that's where they get their points mainly. Like I said, they do score points during the game, but at the end of the game, if they have a lot of those tiles, at least 3 of them, you know you're probably gonna lose. At least I do, because I'm always not very good at games. It might be just playing a game, having to talk my way through it, in addition to filming it. It just makes it a little more difficult. That'll be my excuse for now. The production of this game is really good. I like the cards, the little bees. They're pretty cute, they're easy, they stand out. You could even paint the numbers. I've seen some people paint the numbers white just so it's easier visually. And then the little queen bee, I've seen little painted minis everywhere on the little queen bee. The tiles are nice, it was easy to punch out. This game's actually pretty easy to set up. I would say on the Stonemaier Games side, it's one of the slightly more intensive games to set up. It's by no means a scythe or a tapestry setup, but it still takes a little bit of time to set up. I think I've done the math on it. It really is only 5 minutes, but it feels like more just because it's a bigger game. There's a little bit more going on. Anyways, that is my thought on Apiary. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.